It just started with a simple email that New Haven firefighters are getting our financial house in order. We no longer want to be members of this organization. And what that led to was harassment, coercion, intimidation. It got to the point where they put us into collections and called my mother. I mean, they called my mother. I come from a family of firefighters. When we were kids, we kind of had a choice. You could either be a fireman, or a fireman. We just got to choose where we wanted to work. I've essentially been in the fire service for going on 30 years, since I've been 18. I was a union member for approximately 23 years, retiring as union president for the city of New Haven. Locally, 25 New Haven firefighters represents approximately 365 firefighters. But when I became union president, we opened up the books and we said, you know, financially, things just aren't working out right now. Where can we cut back? And when it came to the state union advocating at the Capitol, the services that they were providing weren't really the services that we needed. It just started with a simple email that New Haven firefighters are getting our financial house in order. We'll relook at things in a year, but we no longer want to be members of this organization. So we had a meeting, and the state union brought all their bigwigs, you know, your typical union boss at dinner. That's when their president, Pete Carosa, told us, you're paying for, you know, the contracts in North Haven and Wallingford and Middletown. And we're like, me and my treasurer looked at each other and we're like, what are we paying for? That was just mind-blowing to us. We were actually paying to keep that organization afloat and to keep their other clients happy. So it just defied logic, and we were like, okay, this needs to stop. That wasn't in the interest of our members, and that's not what we believed we were paying for. Pete Carosa and the state union was picking the pockets of New Haven firefighters, and we weren't going to allow it. New Haven Firefighters Executive Board unanimously voted to disaffiliate from the state union, but the bills kept coming. Not only did they put us in collections, they called my mother, and she actually thought I was getting arrested. It was the height of absurdity. It's like it was all just a plan for coercion and intimidation to get New Haven firefighters back into the state union. We should be fighting fires, not fighting union bureaucrats. I started looking for a top-notch law firm to represent the interests of New Haven firefighters. We hired the Fairness Center. The goals of the lawsuit were very simple. We wanted to disaffiliate from the state union and have our members' hardworking dues go to representing New Haven firefighters for wages, hours, and working conditions. The lawsuit definitely brought corruption to light. We found out that Pete Carosa was flying his girlfriend to Hawaii and other exotic locations, that he was charging mileage to go to town meetings in towns that didn't have a paid fire department. Problems with credit card bills, and this was all brought out in open court, including over $20,000 that just happened to vanish from a political action committee. Not only did they put us into collections, they also filed charges, administrative charges, with the International Association of Firefighters to remove myself and the vice president of our union. So they essentially wanted to throw us out of our elected positions in the middle of contract negotiations so that they could have their revenge and try to get New Haven firefighters to rejoin the state union. I wasn't disappointed with the Fairness Center. They immediately filed for an injunction. The outcome of the lawsuit was the Fairness Center first won the injunction, which kept us into office. Then they won summary judgment, meaning that we didn't need to go to a full trial. New Haven firefighters were completely disaffiliated. Public employees, firefighters, cops, public works, hold your union accountable. Ask them each year to see the credit card end of the year statement that breaks down travel, housing, meals, things of that nature, and you'll get a real clear picture of what your union bureaucrats are spending your hard-earned dues on. The state union can no longer pick New Haven firefighters' pockets. We're not funding lavish trips and other things that have nothing to do with work. New Haven firefighters' dues is going to represent New Haven firefighters.